This photo wasn't the first one I took. In fact, I waited nearly an hour before everything came together and I had this opportunity. Hello everybody, welcome back to Tips Tuesday. Each week we share one wildlife photography tip to help you improve your wildlife photography out in the field. And today we're talking about a big one. It's a really important one and it's kind of like the magic ticket to getting great wildlife opportunities. It's not about gear, it's not about anything else like that. The key is patience. Patience is your number one tool to be able to get some great opportunities, great encounters, and be able to really capture that moment that you really envision in your mind. Now, we all know that with wildlife photography, the wildlife has their own agenda, they have their own plans. We can't really control them into what they're doing. So a lot of times we're at their mercy, and if they come to the right perch, if they do the right thing, move in the right direction. And that's where patience really comes in, because if you just are patient and spend some time with a subject, spend some time in a specific location, don't rush the encounters that you have, those chances of having those good encounters that really make or break a photo really drastically increase. And a lot of times the first opportunities, the first encounters that you have with a subject are not going to create the best photos. A lot of times sticking with a subject, paying attention to what they're doing, understanding how they're acting, how they're moving around the landscape will really allow you to get the great photo that you're looking for. If you leave an area too soon, or if you just kind of take the first photo that you get and then move on, a lot of times you're going to be leaving a lot of opportunities behind, whereas you could have gotten some much better compositions. Now, just to kind of talk about some of the things we've already mentioned in previous Tips Tuesdays, is a key to this is watching wildlife behavior. We've mentioned this before, I'm not going to go over everything, but if you spend some time, slow down in the field, watch what an animal is doing, figure out its patterns, figure out how it's moving about. A lot of animals are very consistent in what they do. They have a pattern about the behavior. They move to predictable locations. And if you're patient, you stick with a subject, you'll be able to recognize these patterns and set yourself up in a location that you can then take advantage of that and get the photos. And with being patient, a lot of times you're going to be sitting there without actually taking any photos or getting any footage. Like right now, I'm sitting in my photo blind waiting for a house wren to come and bring nesting materials to this cavity in their nest. A lot of the time I'm sitting here not taking any photos, but because I've set myself up in a location that's going to grant me some good compositions, a lot of times you have to sit and wait, and then when the bird comes, you have that great moment to be able to capture it and get some good photos. And also, by spending a lot of time in one specific location with one particular subject, you're able to have a lot of things work in your favor. The lighting's going to change, the lighting's going to improve a lot of times. You'll be able to have some more behavioral shots instead of just a portrait. Now I can get photos of the birds bringing in nesting materials to build their nest, eventually to bring in food for their young. I also had a really great opportunity here where, because I was sitting here waiting, being patient, I had an opportunity where a northern flicker actually came and landed on the cavity that these house wrens were building their nest. If I wasn't sitting here when nothing was happening, well then I never would have had that opportunity. By spending more time with a particular subject, with one specific subject, you end up having those great opportunities. And instead of viewing it as, oh, I'm just going to keep getting the same photo over and over again, actually you're not. You're going to get better behavior, you're going to get better poses, better lighting, and you can work around different compositions as well. Come out in different times of day. It really allows you to get a whole library of images instead of just that one perch image or portrait image of that species. So remember, don't rush the encounter. Don't just take the one photo and then move on. Instead, be patient, spend some time with that subject that you locate, spend some time in that location that you are, because I guarantee it's going to allow you to get better compositions, better encounters, and better photos overall. So if you're looking for a way to really improve your wildlife photos, don't go out and get new gear, don't do anything like that, don't buy anything. Instead, be patient. Get a small little stool, take it outside in the field with you, find a spot to sit and wait, find a subject you're able to actually observe, and set yourself up in locations where you can take advantage of how that animal moves about the habitat. I guarantee it'll give you better encounters and you'll come home with better photos in your camera. So that's it for this Tips Tuesday. Patience, the number one key, the number one goal for wildlife photographers. It's a hard thing to master. You have to work on it every time you're out in the field, but over time you really be able to develop the skill and you come home with some great opportunities and some great photos. So I hope this one was helpful for you, and I'll see you in the next Tips Tuesday.